Yeah, this is a new YouTube account, so I don't have like the unlimited time or 4 hours or whatever the hell they just increased it to. I don't think that I have it. It gives you a notification when you do receive it. And with Rance's arrival comes some great music. My Glorious Days would be the name of the song, and it's why my channel is called what it is. If this song doesn't put a smile on your face, then you're playing the wrong game. Wait, that's not right at all. Then you have no taste, is what I meant to say. Haha! Alright, anyway, there. She gets to go live as Rance's sex slave for the rest of her life. That's pretty much how it goes down. And I said it in a part a long time ago, but in future playthroughs you can recruit her. She's a Miko. I said she was terrible, and as far as Miko goes, she's actually not terrible. I just hate Miko, so she's terrible, because Miko are terrible. Anyway, she has 6 action flags, I think 5, and she has Healing Mist, which heals all of your troops, and she does well. I mean, if you increase her stats, she would be one of the better units. And her scene here, it's one of the first ones you see. It's not one of my favorites. I don't like it. It doesn't appeal to me at all. Now, we're mostly clear on the map. And let me think. Recruit Isoroku, that's what I gotta do. Gotta get her in my army. I actually probably shouldn't have waited oh, of course. I shouldn't have waited as long as I have. And I will release some people as well. This guy, no one I know. See, you can see their abilities. Choshin, he's gone. And what they have, most of these don't have any abilities. Foot Soldier Attack 2, that's actually pretty strong. But it's not worth recruiting the unit for. Because they're still not a good unit. I'll release Shoji too. I don't want him here. He can't even be captured, right? And you receive Happy Pokeru. These increase Rance's level, and they look like little people holding leaves. And in the description it says, a small person collects experience points while you're sleeping to make you happy. What the fuck does that mean? I have no idea. He looks like he's wearing an acorn hat and he's holding a leaf. And I get a new satisfaction bonus. This is great. I should be able to skip this now, and I will. Anything new show up? So, this changes a lot, this satisfaction list. It goes through quite a few changes. I mean, you can only do this once. I'll do this now because it's a good one. You want to do this early in the game so Rance stays a good unit. He demands that 3G put all of the most talented warriors in his own unit, thus weakening everybody else. It doesn't reflect that, it just reflects Rance's gain in strength. Increases the stats to average for a good unit. They're below average currently. You can equip one item to every unit in your army. Rance has Chaos equipped, his sword. You cannot unequip that. And it gives him a 20% attack boost at all times. So you don't really want to unequip it, and it makes it so that way he can still be above other warriors, even if they have equal stats. Well, and it also has a lot of story purpose, you know. A demon-killing sword, well, okay. There must be demons in this game, if he has such a thing. And there are plenty of them. And I guess it allows him to attack demons, whereas nobody else can, though it doesn't say that. 3G's faces all have a different expression, and 3G's based on a phone. I didn't realize that for the longest time because I'm a dumbass, but 3G is the name of a phone, and he has, on his sleeves, he has a cell phone pad. And my friend pointed that out to me. I was on like my 4th playthrough of the game and I still hadn't realized it until he showed me. Oh boy. So now you know, in case you didn't. Now I've called attention to it. At this point in time, Iga could declare war on me, Asaya Sakura could declare war on me, and that's it. I'm not sure if they will in the first playthrough, it's been a long time since I've done it, but I know that they have the option and the ability to. Tenshi Sect auto-declares war on you by turn 20. I think it's turn 20 every time. And Takeda will not declare war on you. Sometimes they might think about it, but you'll get a warning and then you can sabotage it. So it pushes it back. It just delays it permanently, pretty much. You can just keep doing that. So you don't ever have to fight too many things at once if you don't want to. Another thing that I said in one of the first videos, actually, was that it's really troublesome to fight two nations at once. And then I also said vassalization was something you almost never want to do. It's a bad idea. When you're fighting two people, two countries, and it's giving you a lot of trouble, vassalizing one of them, that's when that's a good idea. That's almost the only time it's a really good idea. If you're fighting just one territory, you don't want to vassalize them. You want to conquer them so you can get some more benefits out of it. You can get their more powerful commanders to use instead of just have there, you know? And you get national power for vassalizations as well as conquests. Yep. And I think this is the last little bit of story from them, should you choose not to interact with them anymore. Which I would be grateful for. Too bad I have to fight them to get to Uesugi. That little mountain thing you see there is the Miko Institute. That's actually a pretty hard place to take over. And if you know what Mikos are, you should. Rance is really interested in that place. So you can go there and you can conquer it, but it takes a turn and a half to do so because it's a peaceful place. Everyone in Japan loves it. That, you know, you're declaring war on this national institute that means no harm to anybody. In fact, you go there and you read about it, and it's quite the opposite. And it's actually a really important place in the game. Orochi, that giant snake thing underneath Japan, talked about in myths and legends and whatever, is more or less contained underneath the Miko Institute. And they're keeping him in check. A little bit more of a discussion between Ko and Nobunaga. Siblings, of course. There is a big age difference between the two of them, though, isn't there? And they're the only two siblings in their family? That's weird. An age difference like that wouldn't be uncommon. But the fact that there are no other siblings and there is weird. Huh. And she has to treat him differently because I guess he doesn't want people to know that she's, you know, his sister. I don't know. He doesn't want her to be the target of assassinations and shit like that. Which is understandable. You know. It is. And Nobunaga here, Ko leaves. I think it's in the scene, and he hears voices in his head or whatever, and he can't shake them. He doesn't know what the problem is. Kicho is the name of Nobunaga's wife. I just caught it there, and I'll call it out because it's not really important, but you should know it. Makes for some funny situations later in the game. Yeah, funny. A dead woman creates funny situations later in the game. She doesn't herself. Whatever. You know what? Forget it. He wants to be buried by her when he dies. And he tells Ko this because obviously Ko is going to outlive him. So there you go. And then Ko leaves, and he's psychic. Nobunaga's psychic. No, he's not. He's just perceiving. And he's talking about Ranmaru there. Ran is guarding me. I don't know why her name is Ranmaru if he just says Ran. Whatever. I don't know what Ranmaru means. Many of the names in this game do have those secondary meanings. I mentioned Inukai having one before, and it's like dog caretaker. A lot of characters have that. His is the only one I can remember because his name is short. Oh god, that was expensive. I didn't even have to do that. I could have just waited. And here you can see the reinforcements show up. Ninja unit led by Kento Kanami. And there she is. I like her character design too, I guess. I don't know, it's kind of boring. That armor looks like shit. She's a ninja unit. She's probably the fastest unit in the whole game. And if you give her some things that increase her power in combat, she can be really good. And I've done that numerous times. I use her a lot more than I use Suzume. I like Kanami a lot more. A lot more. She hates Rance. And I believe I've read it somewhere. She was the first boss, or she was the last boss in the first game. Which is hilarious, because look at her. Look at that expression she's making. And she hates Rance. kind of. You can get her to love, so she obviously doesn't hate him that much. And in previous games, she found out that she was destined to marry him, or something like that. I haven't played any of the games besides this one. And yeah, she starts out with just ninja attack. She doesn't have anything else. She's a really, really basic unit. And I don't want to say it takes a tremendous effort to make her good, because it doesn't, but you do have to put some time into it. And I might do that, because otherwise she has no purpose. Like Suzume, you can deploy Suzume and assassinate! Cool job, you got some guy! You can deploy Kanami and she'll just get one shot by archers or something, because she doesn't even have assassinate, and she can die, unlike Suzume. She's the first reinforcement. She is probably... She's better than the one you get from Zeth. But the Zeth one is a sorcerer. It's a mage unit like Syl. So it's a little more unique. And you can see Kento in the list there. Or you could have. I will recruit one of these people, because I intend to recruit all three. And you get this. I'll show it to you. But I will skip it every time after this. Because Ko is now the Oda house leader. She has to swear in new people to the army. That is what she's doing here. If you would have done this before Nobunaga was sick, he would do it. Rance never does it. And that's really all I can do, I believe. Let me look through my items. Yeah, I'll do this. Give these to Rance now as well. You never know when something bad will happen, and he's got to be high level to counter it. These as well. I'll distribute these. Let's see. I want to get this guy up. When you deploy Katsui, his defense, his little bar is defaulted to, that was stupid of me. Is defaulted to 50%. I want to make it so that it's automatically 120%. So he will absorb hits just that way. And I'll show you that in the next bit.